Ha! Well, at least we can put this one behind us. No more, the season is finished. And hopefully next year will be better. Now, the way it's going, it's seeming like, no, it's not going to be better. Oh, Lord. Hey, NarendraTheComic here, and yes, as I said there, we are fucked for next year. There's no other way around it. Kane is probably gonna leave. There's a chance he stays just because Levy is a tough-nosed motherfucker, and he's gonna be like, you're not going anywhere if we don't get the right money for you. So if that doesn't happen, then Kane will be there come next season. I don't think that would be a good jive for the dressing room. But then if Kane goes, Son's gonna go, and if Kane and Son go, then Bale's definitely not going to come back. Because I do think there's a chance Bale might come back. And I'll say this. I wasn't sure if I'd say it at the beginning of the season, but I'll say I'd want him back for sure if he was willing to come back next year. Because I think he has overperformed everyone's expectations. And people aren't really giving him that little bit of props he deserves for the season he's had. Because while he's been injured for a lot of it, when he's played decent, if not very, very well. And when he scored a lot of goals. Now, you can say he scored against the lesser teams. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, okay? We've been struggling so much. If Kane and Son don't score, no one else is scoring. How is it Man City can win the league without Aguero, without Jesus, and they have Gundogan as the highest goal scorer of the season with 13 goals in the league? It's because everyone else is scoring 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals. And that way, you don't need, somehow, a central striker to score 25 goals a season. I don't know how that really works. It's pretty amazing how they were able to do that, to be fair. I don't think it's ever been done before. And I don't think it will really ever be done again because this season has been an absolute roller coaster. It's been bombastic. And the way you can really tell how nuts it's been is that the points difference between 3rd place and 10th was only 10 points. The team finishing in 10th, I think it was Everton, had 59 points. Leeds also had 59 points in 9th. I think Arsenal had 61, Spurs had 62. So the fact that the gap there between Champions League qualification comfortably in 3rd and 10th place mid-table was only 10 points is shocking. And I think it speaks to how badly the top 6, the top 7 really did this year. I think that everyone other than City and West Ham had a bad season. I think everyone else did. I don't think you can really sugarcoat it any other way. Spurs had a terrible season. Arsenal had an awful season. Chelsea didn't have a good season. If they win the Champions League, then it's a good season no matter what. You know, you take what you can get. Liverpool had a bad season. United didn't have a good season. City had a great season. West Ham had a very good season. Leicester, at the beginning of the year, you would have said 5th place and an FA Cup. Incredible. I would take that as a Spurs fan, maybe. At this point, Europa Conference League is what we got coming. So yes, I would take that. But at the beginning of the season, you would say yes. But come the end of the season, with Leicester being in the top 4 practically the whole year, and then dropping out in the last 10 days, it's kind of like you have to look at that as a bit of a disappointment. I don't want to go as far as to say the season from them was a disappointment because, hey, they won the FA Cup and they got Europa League qualification. But looking back, they choked again. They choked last season. They choked this season. They're like serial chokers. Spurs are serial not winners. Leicester are serial chokers, seemingly. Now they are. I'm not even going to get started on VAR because it will take me down a rabbit hole. And I know if VAR decisions had gone our way instead of against us, we would have finished in Champions League places. It didn't. But, you know, shit, you have to be honest, all right? Ryan Mason had an impossible task getting Spurs into Europa League qualification. Just forget about the Champions League. I said, if there was any chance of us getting Champions League, Ryan needed to win all 6 of his games. If he'd won all 6, we would have got Champions League. If he'd won all 6, I think there'd be serious conversation right now of Ryan Mason being in charge next year. But it didn't happen. Even if we lost the League Cup final, doesn't matter. It's tough, but even if he'd won 5 of the 6 games, I think maybe Levy might have given him a swing at it because he wasn't playing badly. The team weren't playing badly under him. I just think sometimes his tactics were a bit off. Specifically playing Winks in the centre of the park with Hjulberg. I don't think that really worked in any of the games. I don't think we looked particularly stable in any of them other than against Sheffield probably. And while we should have beaten Aston Villa, while we probably could have beaten Leeds, it just didn't happen for us. We got Europa Conference League, 7th place in the league, but European competition nonetheless. And I think maybe this competition was made for the Spurs specifically, so we can choke in the final against, you know, Torino or Hoffenheim. Like, I think maybe those are two high-quality teams even. I think we're talking about, like, Andorra's champions, the people we're going to be playing in the Europa Conference League. So while people were saying, Europa League so bad, Europa League so bad, Europa League very nice now, Europa League incredible, please, Europa League, take us, please. I said the Conference League was stupid from the start, all right? But at the end of the day, it helps the UEFA coefficient Spurs have, and if these new rules are really coming into play with UEFA come 2024 or 2025, then club coefficient is going to be very, very important if you're going to qualify for the Champions League. So, it's rough. It's rough, but it is what it is. And as I said, and I'll restate it there, Bale should stay. 11 goals in the league in 20 games is shockingly good considering he was a sub for most of those 20 games. 16 goals in all competitions. Don't try and tell me that his stint at Spurs was not a success, because the numbers don't lie. Yes, he could have been fitter, but he was injured the first 3 months where everyone was playing in a rushed fashion because the league was so messed up from the season before. So, you know what, Bale, thank you very much. You did a good job. I can't imagine where we would have finished if you hadn't come back, because we would have been at least like 10 goals down in the league, and that would not have been pretty. It would have been probably bottom half of the table, shockingly enough. Kane got Golden Boot. Kane got Playmaker of the Year. I don't know if that's happened before. I can't remember if it has, but that's a big thing. 23 goals, 14 assists in the league. Son, 17 goals, 10 assists in the league, 22 in all competitions. We've seen the growth of this Spurs side. We've seen the growth of Tottenham Hotspur as a club, and we're at that point, the inflection point, where it's either going to crumble or we're going to stabilize and build again. And I'm just not convinced that that's going to happen, unfortunately. But next season, new year, new team, possibly no Harry Kane or Son or Bale. Oh yeah. We can just hope for the best. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, then Bale's gonna come after you, right? Comes on, does a job. He'll do a job on you. You don't want that. No, you really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. I've been NarendraTheComic. You have been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. So hashtag never not here, just how it goes. Also bring the Pukwas means nonsense in Punjabi, and we also bring that. Bring a lot, bring a little, do a lot, do a little, but we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More of the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same. Once more. See you then. Skadoosh.